Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nubrays, and in today's video, it's just a short little news video covering the Coalition event. We've got some more information, not a ton, but a little bit on that and what is coming up with the Chaos Awakes update, which is cool. I imagine it'd be out next week, would be my guess. It's probably going to be early next week or mid next week, something like that. Maybe after CVC next week, actually, would make sense. But we'll see. So here we go. For the general info for the Coalition event, we can see the image here. We've got lots of red text. Balance is not final. This image is for reference only. But we can see, it looks 4 weeks. That seems fairly reasonable. I know it obviously could be placeholder, but it seems fairly likely. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a 1 month event, perhaps even 6 weeks. We will see. But there are rewards, there's quests to do, and then there'll be a leaderboard for the top 100 players. Which will be as relevant as the top 100 leaderboard for Live Arena. You can get there if you really try. Yeah. But yeah, total points. There's also going to be personal points. Let's take a look. The first phase of the Chaos Awakes campaign, let's actually zip me over to block the beautiful image. Now we've looked at it. Will feature a new type of activity, the Coalition event. As we hinted earlier, this event introduces 2 types of progression, encouraging all raid players to work together while also advancing personally. So, I assume that this big bar I'm blocking it now, of course I am. This big bar in the middle will be global progress. So all players together combining to get this. And we can see, for instance, 275 million points, whereas on the bottom, 12,000 is the max. So you've got your personal track, and then everyone's personal tracks combined together to give you a global track. So that's sort of what's going on there. You'll be tasked with events. You'll be tasked to complete event quests to earn Coalition points. They contributed 2 progress tracks, the personal ones for individual rewards, and the Coalition progress, which is a shared server-wide goal. When the community hits certain Coalition milestones, which I presume would be, again, these 5 big ones, as an example, 2 things will be unlocked. Number 1, Coalition rewards, claimable by players who've met a minimum personal point threshold, and Coalition points multiplier, which will boost your personal progress and works retroactively. So that is interesting. I think there's a couple of things then to look at for this. So if we take this as an example, again, obviously the points may change, they've said that, but if we take it as an example, with 12,000 points, if there is ultimately a 2x points multiplier, and it works retroactively, this means you could go into this event and plan to get about 6,000 points yourself, and then when the global community unlocks the 2x multiplier, bam, that will push your 6,000 up to 12,000, and you should have everything unlocked. So you can plan around it like that. There's no point in doing 12,000 points and going crazy if there's going to be a 2x multiplier anyway, unless you want to help with the global progress. But for you personally, you won't actually benefit. That's my understanding. Yeah, I think adding in personal stuff probably makes more sense so that there's a reason to do it. It's not like if I could do nothing and the bar fills up, it's nothing really that much to do with you. It's more like just a nice, colorful thing in game. But yeah, like the way I see it, like the global bar, it's a fun little thing. But I mean, you could just have a bar that's animated to slowly fill up just day by day. Just have a timer. Just have a bar that fills up over the course of 30 days, and it effectively is the same thing. In my opinion, it's the nice social concept of it, but there's no real gameplay here. At least the personal points has a bit more personal involvement. Though it might mean that you actually do have to invest. The worry would be that some of these quests might be very annoying, maybe, and you might have to do a bunch of annoying stuff to actually get the main rewards. We will have to see. That's certainly a possibility. There'll also be quests and leaderboards. We've got an idea. Actually, see some example quests here. Spend 140 energy in non-gear dungeons, wins only. That looks like some quests can be completed multiple times each day, and they'll reset in 3 days. Huh. I wonder if there's a limit or not. Kill 28 enemy champions in any arena mode, wins only. Complete repeat quests 5 times. That will give you a big chunk. Okay, so it looks like, for example, in this example screenshot, you could do this unlimited amounts, but you can only do your 5 repeat quests the once, so you'd probably try to, again, do at least 5 repeat quests. 75 tokens is a fairly substantial chunk, so just get that done, and then you could probably chill. And then limited quests, they won't change. It can be completed throughout the event's duration. Ooh, that's potentially scary. Awaken a certain number of champions to level 5 or higher. That is nasty. Get question marks, who knows? Clear stage 10 or higher if the dragons there are normal in less than 65 turns. That's exceptionally easy. One would assume it's placeholder. We will see. Let's see what they have to say about this. There are two types of quests, repeat quests and limited quests. I think it's probably going to be fairly obvious from the stuff we just looked at from the example picture. Example picture is helpful. The repeat quests can be completed multiple times and are refreshed regularly, issued in batches of 3. And then the limited quests are single completion tasks active throughout the event. They require additional effort and are available in 3 difficulty levels, each rewarding progressively more coalition points. I do wonder if, let's say, if I finish this basic quest over here, like this basic, I finish this clear dragons there, whatever, will it give me another basic quest? Or like, will there be a chain of quests for each difficulty or not? I don't know. That's something we'll have to see. Yeah, let's see. Regardless of the type, all completed quests grant coalition points automatically, and repeat quests will not disappear upon completion, can be fulfilled multiple times before the reset. So, yeah, okay. So, yeah, you could literally just keep killing champs in arena. That's, again, fairly obvious. Whereas completing repeat quests 5 times, this says completed 0 out of 1. So, again, presumably you can only do 1, straightforward enough. A special leaderboard will also be added to highlight the players who contributed the most towards the coalition progress. That's nice, I guess. In case 2 or more players have the same number of points, the game will place them according to the time when the points were earned. Priority will be given to the players the first reach the score. Again, realistically speaking, if I look at these repeat quests, so assuming, which is maybe not even a fair assumption, assuming that everyone can complete all the limited quests, the leaderboard is just who's going to grind the most repeat quests. And let's be honest, that's almost entirely how much money are you willing to spend on energy or gems, because there's no other way to do it. Like, if a Kraken comes in and they can just say, fuck it, I'll spend 200 quid on an energy pack today and let's blast it all into Sand Devil, guess what? You're never even touching them. So yeah, I think this leaderboard kind of sucks. It's not for me. It's the same sort of issue I have with the live arena leaderboards. Is this would be a lot like even the seasonal ones. Can I even see it? Yeah, I can see it. But even the seasonal one, it's cool. It's nice. It's not a bad thing to have in there. But it's 100 players out of potentially a couple of million players that might log in and install this game while this event is active. So it doesn't seem particularly relevant to me. It might be nice if there was more, I don't know, like buckets for the leaderboard, so you could compete against players similar to you. I don't know. Again, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care. Honestly, I wouldn't be that interested in the leaderboard anyway, so there is that. Now, we do have a little bit of extra info. People were kind of mad because, let's be honest, this is a pretty basic little info deck thing. There's not much happening here, so content creators weren't happy and were given out in the content creator chat, which is very unusual. Never happens. But we actually got more info, so something good actually came of it, which is nice, actually refreshing. Not much, but it's something. So this is what will be in there. So for this coalition event, these are the types of rewards, I think, across both the big milestones and also the personal rewards. Event relic crafting materials, great. Primal, voids, and ancient shards, great. Epic, legendary, and mythical tome. This says tome, so I don't know. It's 1 combined. I don't know. Yeah, probably just the 1 mythical tome in there. Still nice. An avatar frame, that's fun. A rank 4 to 5 chicken. I don't know what that means. Is there 1 of each? I don't know. And a free gear removal booster. So it's fine. It's the kind of standard rewards. Solid enough. I think the event relics, crafting materials is fun to get. No one's going to say no to a few shards, some tomes. I think an avatar frame, a fun little cosmetic reward is a great reward for this type of event. Not too much FOMO, but it's still a fun collector item. So yeah, that's sort of how this looks, the coalition event. Yeah, again, my thoughts on it haven't really changed. It still seems to me fairly gameplay light, fairly minimal. I do hope that the quests really aren't that bad. It should be fairly casually completable. I do worry that it'll be too much of a grind. We'll see. But yeah, let me know what you think about this. Uh, for me, this should be just kind of a piece of fun eye candy that just creates a bit of a social feeling and gives out some rewards. That's how I see it. There's not much to this event. It really is just dressing up a bit of bland grinding in a pretty wrapper. So for me, the pretty wrapper is what matters and what's important. But I don't know if Plarium sees it that way. I don't know if this does match that. Let me know what you think anyway, but that's what I think of it, and that's the info we've got so far. So there we go. Guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, any thoughts? All right. See you next time. Goodbye.